Yes, students, am I audible? Shall we start this session? Everyone. Yes, good evening, students. Am I audible? Shall we start the session? Yes, right? Yeah. So before starting this class, I want to ask you some questions. Are you ready to give the answers? So how many of you started preparing ethics? How many of you started preparing ethics? Yes, tell me how many of you started preparing ethics? Not yet. Okay, Lalit. Next. I'm not sure, Vicky. Okay. Kirtika, not yet. Okay. Yeah, what about you, Kiruba? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So, do you know importance of ethics? Yes, M7, not yet. Yes, ethics is very important subject. Why? Do you know the reason why ethics is important? Do you know the importance of ethics at least? Yes, it is GS4. So ethics is your GS4 and it is having only single subject, ethics, integrity and aptitude, and it constitutes 250 marks. And syllabus is also very less, that is just 7 chapters. Only 7 chapters of your theory, and you will be having the related case studies itself. If you do this 7 topics, 7 chapters, then your work is done. So if you're preparing for GS3 or GS2, you will be having many subjects in that. And most of the syllabus is bulky. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So even if you want to get more marks, it is very tough. In GS, the highest mark will be not more than 110. So if you are getting 110 and above 100, then you will be like in top. But that is not in the case of ethics. So ethics, Vishaka Yadav, she got 162 marks and that is the highest mark till now. So there is a scope of getting more marks in ethics. But students, they are not approaching ethics in a right manner. So because of this, they are losing marks. So if they are knowing the theory, they are not applying the case study part. So if they understood how to write the case study, they are not focusing on theory. And even though if you have content of both theory and case study, like how to approach them, so many students, you are not practicing answer writing. So that is a problem with this ethics. Okay, so you are my students, you should not be like that. So you need to have knowledge of your theory part, case study and also answer writing. Clear? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we start the session then?
Yes, ma'am.
So first we are going to see the syllabus. So syllabus is the key, right? So we are going to see the syllabus first. So I will be sharing you the screen. Just give me 1 minute time. Yeah, can you see the screen now, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So here the importance of ethics I told, right? So there is no need of explaining once again. So how to prepare for this ethics? So follow these guidelines. So if you follow these guidelines, I can say that you are going to get at least 130 minimum marks in your ethics. So first one is knowing syllabus. So why you need to know syllabus? Because you will be having the keywords. So for that keywords, you have to know the definition. So why these definitions are important? So whenever you are answering questions of your theory part, you have to start with definition. And they will be asking you the relevant examples. Yes, you have to know the definition, you have to know the examples. And one more thing is, even in your case study, you have to identify what are the issues involved. Okay, so you have to identify what are the issues involved. So for that also, these keywords in your syllabus is very important. Okay, for example, what are the issues that you can see? Like impartiality is affecting, integrity is affecting, and there is no accountability, so there is lack of transparency. So those keywords, impartiality, honesty, integrity, accountability, transparency, they are present directly in your syllabus that I will be showing now. Okay, so you have to know the syllabus, and you have to even know which are the chapters, and in the chapters also what are the subtopics which are present. So if you know them, then only we will be moving forward, right? Like whether I missed any topic or not. And next one is you have to read limited number of books. Rather than reading like 4 or 5 books, take a single book and read that book 10 times, so that you will be understanding much better, and it will be helpful for remembering for the long term. And one more sincere request is, so while you are reading, you have to make notes. Okay, so that note should be very simplified, and that should include as many diagrams as possible. Only definitions, examples and diagrams. Okay, so that you have to do in this course. So I will be telling you like which you have to note down, and examples, and even I will be telling you like how you can make diagrams, flowcharts. Okay, clear? And you can also go through the previous year's questions, so that we are going to see at last. So first we are going to complete theory, and while completing theory itself we are going to discuss case studies, and at last everything is done. So we are going to see second ARC reports. Okay, so after seeing that second ARC report, highlights of ethics, and we are going to see previous questions, and I will be showing you like whether we address those questions or not, everything, so that you will understand like yes ma'am did everything, she didn't left anything. And next one is you are also going to have answer writing practice. So every day after class we are going to see the answer. Okay, so we are going to give the question, and I am going to give you the structure of answer initially. So for some days I will be giving you the structuring of answer, and later on you have to write answer for that question, and there will be evaluation also. And also we have to focus on examples, so that exercise also we are going to do. And that examples, that I am not only the one who is giving the example, and you should be participate, and you should also give the examples. Okay, are you ready? Yes or no? So will you give the examples?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? And also we are going to draw diagrams wherever it is possible. Clear? So these are the guidelines that you have to focus to get 130 plus marks. So how many of you want to get more marks in your ethics? Yes, how many of you want to get more marks in your ethics? Neetu, Lalit, very good. Kaushik, Vicky, Kirtika, yes, very good. Yes, we are going to have mission from now onwards for next 1 month. That is, the target is to get 130 plus marks in our ethics. Yes or no? So will you participate? Kavya, Shamla, M7, Ravi. How many classes within 1 month you are going to complete this entire ethics? And I will be also sharing the notes. Don't worry. So wherever I am saying, so please keep one separate notes for this ethics, and you have to make down the notes, and whenever I am giving the diagrams you have to draw those diagrams. Clear everyone? Any doubts so far?
Clear, ma'am. No doubts.
No doubts, right? Yes. So this is our syllabus. So the first one is ethics, integrity and aptitude. So I will be reading the syllabus, and I will be also pointing out like so which is important. Okay, so from where maximum questions had been asked in your examination, so I will be also pointing out that. Okay, are you ready? So how many of you are having syllabus copy right now? How many of you having syllabus copy? So how many of you are having syllabus copy? Everyone, are you carrying syllabus copy with you or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So if you have syllabus copy, please keep aside for 5 minutes, and whenever I am saying which topic is important, point out that topic in your syllabus copy. And whenever you are preparing for your examination or for revision, keep that syllabus copy and first you have to complete those topics. Okay, clear?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Ethics, integrity and aptitude. This paper will include questions to test candidates' attitude and approach to issues relating to integrity, probity in public life, and his problem-solving approach to various issues and conflicts faced by him in dealing with society. Questions may utilize the case study approach to determine these aspects. The following broad areas will be covered. So what is the meaning of this? So here this paragraph is saying that we can also use case studies. Okay, so here in this examination we will be having question and answer format and also case study format. Yes, so in this examination UPSC want to test your integrity, so this is the keyword, and probity in your public life and how you are solving a problem, because as a civil servant you will be coming across lot of problems day by day. Every day you will be coming across the problems. So to solve those problems, how are you thinking? So they will be saying like whether you have an ability to solve those problems or not. So to know this problem solving approach, for example, I will tell you one scenario. Okay, for example, imagine that you are a district collectorate, okay, district collector, and you are working as a district collector or district magistrate. So unfortunately you found that in your area, unfortunately you found that in your district, so lot of child marriages are going on. Okay, so lot of child marriages are going on, and this issue which appeared in newspaper. Okay, so this issue appeared in newspaper. So unfortunately what happened, Minister of Child and Women and Child, okay, Child Welfare Ministry, watch that news in the TV, and as well as the so and so person had read that news in the newspaper, and directly this minister, they approached you like you are a district magistrate or you are a district collector. So what are the measures that you are taking to control these child marriages? So here now the task here is to reduce child marriages in your district. So who all are the people involved? So people are like the child who are going to get married, and their parents are there, society is there, and you as district magistrate you will be involved there, and your seniors, your juniors, and also civil society like NGOs, okay, SHG groups. So you can take help of this civil society, and also here minister also involved. So all these people, they were involved here. Yes or no? Are you understanding the point what I want to say here? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So all these are the stakeholders who are involved. So if you are a district magistrate and you want to stop these child marriages, if you are thinking only in this parent dimensions or this child dimensions, it is wrong perspective. That is not a complete problem solving approach. So you have to take the decision from your civil society point of view and from your juniors, seniors, and what are the ministry is asking to do. So you have to address those issues of ministry, and you have to also solve the problem of society. So from all these dimensions you have to solve this problem. Okay, so for this we need a good problem solving approach. Clear what I want to say? Am I clear? So are you getting the points or not? So please let me know, because this is very, very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Is my voice breaking?
Little bit, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Actually there is no problem from my side. And now is it clear?
Okay. Now it is clear.
Okay, yeah. So here you have to come up with a problem solving, keeping in mind like who all are involved here, and you have to address each and every issue here, right? So this is the meaning of that paragraph. So they are not going to test your knowledge, so they are going to test your problem solving approach, so whether you're understanding the problem or not. So how can they know that whether you understood the concept or not? Whenever you are giving examples of some famous thinkers, our freedom fighters, examples of your own life, wherever you saw, in newspapers you can collect them. Okay, clear? So in this way you have to approach this ethics, integrity and aptitude. And the first chapter, it is about ethics and human interface. So first one is ethics and human interface. So you have to know about what is the essence, determinants and consequences of ethics in human actions. For example, you have to know about what is the meaning of ethics. So what is the meaning of morals? What is the meaning of values? So how we are using this ethics in private sector and public sector, and the human values. So what we have to learn from the lives of the thinkers, from the lives of our great freedom fighters, reformers and administrators. And even there is a small subtopic here, that is role of family, society and education institutions in inculcating value. So this topic is at most important, role of family, society and education institutions, because even in 2023 mains also there is question regarding this role of family, society and education institutions in inculcating values. So please make a note. So this topic is at most important in this first chapter. Okay, done? Have you marked this? Everyone? So are you getting bored? Anyone? If you are getting bored, so please let me know. And next chapter here, it is about attitude. So this chapter, it is about attitude. So in this attitude, you have to understand what is the meaning of attitude, and you have to know some examples that you can draw from your own life itself. So whenever you are going to discuss that topic, then I will be asking about the examples. So I will be telling you like how can you add examples, and I will be asking everyone to tell at least one example that you have came across. So that will be helpful to understand the concept much more better. And here you have to know about what is the content of attitude, structure of attitude, function of attitude, and its influence and relation through thought and behavior. So here you have to know about ABC model. Okay, so you have to know about this ABC model. So please make a note of this ABC model in this attitude topic. And even this social influence and persuasion is also very important. Okay, social influence and persuasion, ABC model. Clear? Yes or no? And next one is aptitude and foundational values. Third chapter is aptitude and foundational values. So have you ever heard about this word aptitude?
Aptitude means skill, ma'am.
Yes, it is skill. Even in CSAT we have this topic called as aptitude. Yes or no? Yes, right. It is the ability to solve. So in this aptitude and foundational values for civil service, so here you have to know some keywords. So remember these keywords. First one is integrity. Second one is impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance, compassion towards weaker sections. So all these keywords are very important, and this entire chapter is very important. And you can write these keywords like integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity directly in your case studies wherever you are identifying the issues. For example, you can say like it is affecting my integrity, right, and it's also affecting like my objectivity, dedication to work, like that. Clear? So point out this entire third chapter is important, and here you have to focus on definitions of these keywords, and examples are very important, examples and definitions. Okay, clear?
Clear, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
And next one is emotional intelligence. So this chapter is also at most important. So here you have to focus on this emotional intelligence. What is that? You have to add as many examples as possible, and application part is very important. So you can use this emotional intelligence and you can get most of the case studies regarding this emotional intelligence. At least 2 case studies will be there every year. And here you have to know even one more subtopic, that is emotional quotient, that is not given here. But emotional quotient also, on this topic you got questions in your previous years. So please make a note here. You have to also need to know about this emotional quotient, EQ. Okay, so this topic is EI, and even you have to know about this EQ. Please make a note. And next, this topic is also at most important. So from this topic you can expect quote based questions. So from this contributions of moral thinkers you can get quote based questions. So at least 3 quotes, each one is 10 marks, 30 marks from this chapter. But one problem, we know that we are going to get questions from this topic, but we can't expect which quote will come in the examination. So for that I will tell you one approach, like how to answer those quote based questions. So rather than thinking like this quote is given by whom, at that time we don't know even who wrote that quote, because many thinkers are there, like Western thinkers are there, European thinkers are there, and Indian thinkers are there. So exactly we don't know like who wrote that quote. So at that time, rather than thinking about the person who wrote that quote, you have to think like how can I resolve that issue, like how can I expand that quote. So what is the meaning of quote? Okay, so that approach I will be giving you whenever we are discussing this chapter of contributions of moral thinkers. So here you have to know Western thinkers and Indian thinkers. That is very, very important. So why this chapter is important? Because so we will be also coming across some keywords, like whenever we are discussing about the contribution of Karl Marx, or for example contribution of Aristotle. So there we will be coming across some keywords, and that keywords that also can be used in your case studies. So from that point of view also this chapter is important. You can write both theory and you can use that content that we are reading in this contributions of moral thinker in your case studies as well. Clear? So this topic is also very important, this chapter. And next chapter is about public civil service values, ethics in public administration. So this topic is also very important. So here we have to know about what is the status and problems of our public administration and what are the ethical concerns, and this topic ethical dilemma is very important. Ethical dilemma. And you have to focus on rules, laws, regulations and conscience as a source of ethical guidance, and this accountability is also very important topic. And how can we strengthen this ethical and moral values? So in this way also you can get a question. So this topic is also very important, and especially this corporate governance is double important topic, because you can get case studies and as well as theory based questions here, theory based questions and case studies in this corporate governance. Okay, clear? Have you marked or not? Everyone, Preeti, Kavya, Shruti, Chandana, Shruti, Bharat, Rajesh, BK, Divya, Jai, Jaychandra, Kavya, Kiruba, Kritika, Lakshman.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone. M7, Neetu, Preeti, Deepka, Chintala.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone. Saran, hi Saran. Shruti,
Yeah.
Srivani, Thiru, Usha, Vaishnavi. Oh, hi Vinita, after a long time. Dilkush, Xiaomi, Vivo, everyone. Clear or not? Am I going fast?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I going fast? Shall I reduce the
No,
speed?
ma'am.
No, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and last topic is probity in governance. Okay, so last topic is probity in governance, concept of public service, philosophical basis of governance and probity, information sharing and transparency in government, right to information, code of ethics, codes of conduct, citizen charters, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds, challenge of corruption. So in all these topics, the most important one here is challenges of corruption and right to information, ICT. So in our governance, we are facing lot of problems like corruption. Yes or no? So to address the corruption and to ensure better service delivery, yes, we have to focus on this technology. So we have to include technology into our administration. So whenever there is increased technology usage, then what happens? We can reduce the delays. So we can know the status, what is happening. Right? So we have to focus on ICT in increasing the transparency and accountability in our administration. So this topic, so most of the topics are mixed with our governance. Yes or no? So in GS2, we have the polity and governance. So in that topics also we'll be having citizen charters, work culture, we'll be talking about service delivery, public funds, ICT, RTI. So almost all these topics are from our governance, but here we are going to see in different dimensions from ethics. Okay, clear?
Clear, ma'am. Clear, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And last but not least, so you have to prepare even case studies on above issues. So the bonus here is, so this is a theory part. Till now we discussed theory. On every chapter we have to practice case studies. So there are some techniques and tips are there so that we can understand from which topic this case study got. Okay. So for example, if there is any case study regarding this emotional intelligence, so here we have to also include this emotional quotient there. So for example, if there is any case study which is talking about attitude, so we have to include ABC model there in solutions. Suppose if there is any case study regarding the civil service values, so we have to write the values impartiality, honesty, integrity. Okay. Have you understood or not? So because of that, I am reading this syllabus very detailedly and I am letting you know like which are the topics important. Is that clear everyone? Are you getting bored? Are you getting sleep?
No, ma'am.
No, right?
Not at all, ma'am.
Are you following?
Clear, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you enjoying the class or are you getting bored?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Shamla? Yeah. So this is about the syllabus. So you, whenever I am discussing the chapters, I will be showing you the syllabus also. Don't worry. I am not going to skip even a single word in your syllabus. It is my promise. Okay? Yeah. And how to approach this ethics. So many students, they have this doubt like how to approach this ethics and what are the sources. Yes or no? Yes, right? So first source here is lexicon and next one is Subbarao. So lexicon will be a very short books. So it is according to our syllabus actually. But somewhat the terminology is very hard. Okay, so if you want to get the definitions and if you want to get the concept, so this book is best book that I can say. And another book here is Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude for Civil Services by G. Subbarao, but it is a very bulky book. It is like R. Lakshmikant more or less. And all topics are not there. Yeah, all topics are not there in this Subbarao. You have to select the topics in this book. And this book, why I am referring, because you can get case study approach here in this ethics, in this Subbarao book, but not in this lexicon. Okay, clear?
Okay, ma'am. Clear.
And next one here is you can watch this BBC ethics. There will be also some ethical issues that will be dealt. For example, like recently on Shivratri last year in the January or February month last year. So Dalit woman, she is not allowed to enter into village and enter into temple. Okay. So that type of case studies you will be getting in this BBC ethics. And even caste based discrimination cases, they are highly recorded, especially in Tamil Nadu. So how many of you are there from Tamil Nadu? How many of you are from Tamil Nadu? Yes, DK Balaji book is also good, but there is no case study approach. Kiruba Saran Jai Chandran, okay. So actually there are a lot of caste based discriminations happening, and recently 2 teenagers who are belonging to this Dalit, they were killed by beating with the stones, right? So you can add this type of case studies that you will be getting from this BBC ethics, okay. And next one is, wherever we are reading our ethics, we will be also linking with GS. So why? Because while you are writing answers, you can quote examples, okay, of GS, and you can also add Supreme Court judgments, and there is also chance of writing articles of your polity in answers. So for that perspective, yes, you can link your ethics with GS. Okay, so in this way you have to approach your ethics. Okay, clear? So while discussing like how to write an answer, so there we will be having each and everything discussion in detail. Okay, don't worry. So we are also going to focus on our answer writing part as well. Clear, Rachel? Subhan? Neetu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? And here, to get good marks in your ethics, finally you have to focus on 4 important things. So first one is you have to understand terminology. So what is the terminology? That is nothing but here you can see in this aptitude chapter like integrity. So you can see here integrity, objectivity, non-partisanship, impartiality, empathy, tolerance. So for all these keywords you have to understand the concept. And you have to come up with the proper definitions for all these keywords. And you have to apply them. And you have to see like which kind of examples that we can draw. Okay, while you are reading newspaper or while you are reading GS, so you have to think like how can I apply this in our ethics. So where this example will suit exactly. Okay. And next one is answer writing is very important because you will be having lot of content and you will be having examples. So sometimes you may not know that whether you wrote example which is relevant to that part or not, whether that is relevant to that terminology or not. So for that you need a mentor. Okay, so answer writing is very important so that you can concise the content, and whenever you start thinking, then only you will be getting ideas. So today if you got one example and if you are thinking in that way only, tomorrow you may get 2 examples and day after tomorrow you can get 3 examples. For example, while you are studying your GS history and if you are studying about Raja Ram Mohan Roy or if you are studying about Subhash Chandra Bose, so you can understand the qualities of those persons. And even in GS also you can get a question like, so what are the similarities and contrasts between Gandhiji and Tagore? So this question has appeared, yes or no? So in this way, when you started thinking in deep, then you can get ideas. So when you will get those thinking process, so that thinking process will be started when you start your writing. So unless and until if you start writing, so you will be not getting that ideas. It is for sure. So start writing. Okay, it is my sincere request, everyone. And next one is you have to analyze the question with the syllabus. Like if you see any previous question, you have to see so which are the keywords are there. So whether those keywords are there in the syllabus or not. So if they are in the syllabus, so if you have missed anything, so you have to think why I missed this topic. So here you have to think like how many dimensions I can think about this. And even you have to read case studies as many as possible, and you have to start reading daily Hindu newspaper or your wish Indian Express also. and you have to analyze the topics, analyze the issues. Okay, clear everyone? Saujanya, Neetu, Subhan, Hamish, Lakshman.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Clear, right? Everyone, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Saujanya, you can go with lexicon or Subbarao. Okay, clear? And now I want to announce one thing. So we came up with this ethics live course, and whatever the thing I explained till now, like each and every keyword, every example which we are going to get from our leaders and thinkers, philosophers, and even our real life. So every class will be like this, that will be interactive in mode, and I will be taking the inputs from you also, so that you can also express your examples. That will be helpful, like you can get clarity, right, like that example is relevant or not. So what are the ideas that you have, so whether those ideas are relevant or not. So we are going to have the discussions, and each and every chapter is dealt, okay, along with examples, theory part, and even relevant case studies. And I will be going to give the tips, like how to identify to which chapter this case study is relevant. So if you identify them, then it will be very easy to write the keywords, so that you can get maximum marks. And our target of this course, it is to score more than 130 plus marks, and that 130 plus marks you are going to get within 1 month of time. Okay, so less time, less efforts, and more marks. Okay, and this course is also like 4,500 rupees only. And if you are not attending the live on that day, by the next day you will be getting the recorded class, and we are going to share the material also. Okay, and I am going to give you the daily mains question, and evaluation will be done on every Saturday. We have case study. Okay, clear everyone? So if you have not joined the course, you can join the course, and if you want to join the course, you can contact me on this number 8074765513. Okay, and this course, it is for 1 month. Next 1 month we are going to complete this ethics for sure, and even we are going to discuss this PYQs, and I will be showing like, so which are the topics that we discussed. So from that topics only the question had appeared or not, so that you will be also having the clarity, and you will be also having the clarity like, so which topic that I have to write if the question appears in the examination. Okay, clear everyone? Any doubts?
It's clear, ma'am. It's clear, ma'am.
Okay, so now we are going to start our first topic. Okay, so we are going to start our first topic. So can you see the screen everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the first topic is ethics, morals, and values. Okay, so first topic is we are going to understand the meaning of ethics, meaning of value, and moral. So anyone, can you tell me what is the difference between value and moral? Anyone, do you know this? So are these three words sounding same? Think and tell me. Take 1 minute of time and tell me what do you understand by this word moral, value, and ethics. So as I said, this class will be interactive, right? So if you interact more, then you will be getting the more knowledge. Your wish. Or else I will be completing the class by saying only the thing that is present. So if you interact, then you will be getting the new points, new ideas. So tell me, what is the meaning of ethics, morals, and values? So is there any difference, or all these three are same? So have you ever think about this? Anyone?
Ethics is something which is community defined, and morals is from within.
Okay, good. Yeah, what is the meaning of value, Chandana? What is the meaning of value?
Moral with positive attitude.
Okay. Chandana, after this class, please contact me.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, anyone? Yes, BK, ethics at societal level and morals and values are at individual level. Okay. So I want exact difference. Ragadipika, ethics will be guided by morals and values. Okay, they are guiding principles. Okay, to some extent we can consider that. But my view is you need to know exact definitions and exact difference. Okay, so please make a note. Please keep the heading chapter 1. Chapter 1 is ethics, morals and values. Yes, I will be giving you the notes. At least 50 to 60 pages of notes. Be ready to write, everyone. Kavya, write the notes. Raju, you also. Lakshman, Sangeeta, Divyashri. Hi Divyashri. Saujanya, Ganga, Shubhan, Karthik, Jai, Preeti, BK, Vanilla, Reshma. Hi Reshma. Deepika, Neetu, Thiru, Jaychandran. Kaushik, making notes or not? Thiru, you also.
Yes, ma'am.
Shamala, Usha. Usha, are you making notes? Write
Yes,
notes,
ma'am.
Usha. Okay. Vaishnavi, are you? Dilkush. Hi, Dilkush. After a long time. Bharat, please make notes. Shiva, you also. Everyone, please make notes. Why? Because this type of notes you will be not getting anywhere. And that will be very short, and I will be including as many examples as possible and as many diagrams as possible. Okay. So first chapter is ethics, morals and values. So first heading is value. So we are going to understand what is the meaning of value. So values are nothing but accepted principles or standards of an individual or a group. So please make a note of this value. Value is nothing but accepted principles or standards of an individual or a group. So I can say like, so these are the beliefs of a group of people, okay, or a society. Okay, it may be like at individual level or at a group level. So it are nothing but the beliefs, and those beliefs are accepted principles or standards. So how many of you went to any birthday party? Many of you, right? So when you go to the birthday party of a girl, so what will you take as a gift? So what will you choose? Yeah, tell me, Arun. So if you are going to a birthday party of a girl, so which gift you are going to pick? And if you are going to a birthday party of a boy, so which gift you are going to pick? Yes, tell me. Tell me, Chandana. Neetu? So which gift will you take if you are going to a birthday party of a girl? Divya? Saujanya? Jai? Just be interactive. I am not going to scold you if you are giving me the wrong answer or anything. So just it will be like interaction. Reshma? Usha, tell me. Kavya, Saran, Deepika.
Teddy, ma'am.
Yeah, you will take. Yeah.
Differentiated between men and women.
Yes, okay. So that is a value that you are giving to a girl. So if you are going to a girl birthday party, you will be taking teddy. But if you are going to the birthday party of a boy, normally you will be taking cars. Yes or no? So it is an accepted norm in the society. So if you unfortunately take a car to a birthday party of a girl, they will say, why you bought car? So she is a girl, you might have bring like teddy bear or a doll, she will play with that. She is not going to drive a car. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So these values are accepted principles or standards of an individual or a group. Right? So that motivate the people to act one way or another. For example, equal rights for all. So it is also one value. But how far it is right? So still inequality is present in our society. So even gender gap index says that there is a large gap between men and women. Yes or no? And even we will be taught that merit above all. But is that possible? Is that possible? Merit above all else? It is not possible because there is reservation policy. And even recent current affairs, Haryana government came up with 75% of reservation for the private jobs for locals. So where is this merit above all else? It is not present, right? And dignity of labor. So whether this dignity of labor is present? So if present, we should not see any manual scavenger death of manual scavenging. But it is happening a lot. So many cases they had been recorded. And you can see the data of NCRB. Yes or no? So these are the some representatives of values. So in this way you have to connect with current affairs. Are you understanding the point? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So values are the accepted principles or standards. But one more issue here is it is not same for all. So these values are going to be changed from individual to individual. So from one group of society to another group of society there is changing of value. Yes or no? So this is very important. So even though it is accepted principles or the standard of individual or a group, if you are moving from one individual to another individual, so there is changing of value. For example, okay, take this UPSC preparation itself. So how many of you started your preparation with polity?
I started, ma'am.
Yeah.
Started.
Okay, only polity, right? Started with polity. So how many of you started with geography?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Yes, here itself you can see like, so if you are starting with this UPSC preparation itself, someone started with polity, someone started with geography, someone started with science and technology, someone started with environment, right? So here the value that you are giving in this preparation, it is changing from one individual to another individual. Some are giving priority to polity, some are giving priority to geography. Yes, are you getting the point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I am taking the example of coaching center now. In coaching center, you will be having the group of students who are going and sitting in a single class. It will be like around 200 to 50 students in a batch. Yes or no? So if you are studying in so and so coaching institute, they will say that you have to start with so and so subject. And all that group people, they will be starting with that blindly if they are beginners. And if you are talking with another student who is belonging to another coaching center, that coaching center will be teaching different. Yes or no? So with these values, they are not constant. So if we are moving from one individual to another individual and from one group to another group, yes, there is a change of values. Yes or no? So if you see equal rights for all, which is seen in the Western countries but not in India. So even if you are moving from one country to another country, the values will be changing. So because of that, in social indicators, so European countries, especially Norwegian countries, they are moving ahead. So in almost all the ranks, almost all the indices, so this Norway, Sweden will be in the top 5. But if you see in the South Asian and Southeast Asian countries, so they will be in the backward. Yes or no? So if values are constant, if values are universal, so almost all the countries, they have to get the same ranking. But it is not the case here. Are you understanding or not? Are you getting bored? So please let me know.
No.
I want to make you understand and give as many examples as possible.
Clear, ma'am.
Yes, everyone. I want to get answer from everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Everyone.
It's clear.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So values are varying from one person to another person. But these values are very important. But these values are very important because these values are acting as the anchor of a ship. So for ship, you will be having this type of anchor, right? So even if there is any storm here, this anchor will be helping that ship not to swept away. So in the same way, so people who are having the strong values, that will be helpful for successful in their life. For example, if you see values of Gandhi, so he have the values like non-violence, ahimsa, and he says that satyagrahas, okay, and truth. So these are the some important values of this Gandhi, and with that values only Mahatma Gandhi fought in our freedom struggle, and he contributed a lot for our independence. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? Okay, so in this way you have to generate examples. So can you tell any example of values, anyone?
Like in modern history, extremists and moderates.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yes. So if you are moving from extremist to moderate, okay, moderates to extremist, yes, the values of moderates and extremists, they are very different. Moderates says that only P, 3 P's, petitions, prayers, and last one is what? Petitions, prayer and protest. But extremists, no, we have to kill everyone so that we can get independence. We say that violence is the key. For example, Subhash Chandra Bose, he says that give me blood, I will be giving you independence. Right? So the entire the values of moderates are different from this extremist.
Extremist.
Yes, any more examples, anyone? Is the class interesting or not? Yes, you can say the values of,
Religious, ma'am.
yes, you can. Okay, capitalist and socialist economy. And even from personal life, for example, I will be giving lot of value to gold rather than money, but my husband will be not accepting with that. So he says that no gold, no gold, no gold. So in that way, here you can also add your personal values. Okay, I will be giving the value to relationship, like that. Okay, Ravi, I cleared your doubt, right? Any more doubts? Anyone? Can you add any more examples?
Helping hand
No,
to
ma'am.
make.
Yes, helping hand. Very good. Okay, value of patriotism inculcated by campaigns like Har Ghar Tiranga. Yes, very good. Okay, so do you understand the meaning of values along with examples? So please make a note what are the examples that you like. Fast, I will be giving you 2 minutes of time. So many students they said examples, right? So please make a note which you found which is interesting. Okay, so please make a note fast. Done, everyone?
Ma'am, we can add example like recently current affairs. The center give more funds to North India, not to South India. Even though South India is very developed, more funds to North India, not for South India.
So how can you write? How you are quoting about value of what? Central government?
Yes, ma'am. Recently current affairs funds are distribution between North
You're
India
talking
is
about
more
finance
to-
commission allocation, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
You can add, but rather than this, you should not directly give the examples of government, because if you're writing anything anti in government, sometimes you may lose marks. So you should not do that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So directly we can't criticize government. You have to come up with constructive criticism, but should not directly criticize government. And one more example I can give here is Foreign Minister of Pakistan. Once he was interviewed in BBC, and the question asked to him was like very interesting. That is, in Pakistan, why Diwali is not celebrated, even though it is a Muslim country, so Muslims are their majority, but even though Hindus are there, but Hindus are minority people. So when this foreign minister asked this question, so he gave one answer like, so Pakistan is Islamic state and we already declared that we are Islamic state. So we are not going to celebrate the festivals of minorities. That statement directly given. So if you apply the same thing in India, so if our foreign minister, if he answer like this, so we are the major like Hindu country, so we are celebrating only Diwali, we are not going to celebrate this other religion festivals like Christmas or like Ramzan, etc., then what will happen? Then what will happen? Yes, another Mahabharat will happen in India. So here in this way, the value which is given by Pakistan to religion is very much different to the value which is given by India. So India says that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, all the world is one, and we says that unity is diversity. So we are having a lot of diversity in religions, right? So in this way you can also add this example as a value given by Pakistan to minorities and the value given by India to minorities. Yes or no? Are you connecting the points, everyone? Are you getting bored?
Yes, ma'am.
So start thinking and get as many examples as possible. Okay, Vishnuvardhan says Ashoka, Berigosha to Dhammagosha. Yes, you can also add that. Okay. And one more interesting thing. Here is values. They are changing from person to person. Yes or no? So they are
Yes, ma'am.
the guidelines.
Yes, ma'am.
So these principles, they will be changing from one person to another person. So if these principles are changing from one person to another person, what happens? That will lead to conflicts. Yes. So conflicts between the values. So value of A and value of B. So because of changing of values, what happened? There will be the conflicts which happens because of clash in the preferences. And whenever there is a clash in the priorities, that will lead to the conflicts. So how many of you got married? So how many of you got married? So that you can relate this topic much more better. And how many of you are unmarried? I will be giving you a tip like how to resolve the issues. Yeah, tell me.
Unmarried, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, most of them are unmarried, right? So I will giving you the tip like how to avoid the conflicts between husband and wife. That is, for example, if your value is different with your husband value, or if your value is different with your wife value, so at least at that time that you may know that you are going to have a conflict soon, at that time try to compromise. Yes, you are great. Say that you are great. Your idea is great. That's it. And after that, the whatever thing you want to do, just carry on. So in this way, you can decrease the conflicts. So this is the reality, because yeah, for example, if you are from one state and if you are marrying the person of another state or another district, so if you are moving from one place to another place, because India is a very diverse country, for example in the food, for example in the clothing, for example the values which is given to the important things like food, gold, money, everything, relationship, friendship, everything. So sometimes you may get conflicts for sure, because these values are changing from person to person. So you may think that your husband will be giving the value to your ideas, but sometimes he may not. So at that time, yes, to decrease the conflict, you have to compromise. Just for that at least time, at least for that 5 minutes, just to avoid the conflict. Okay? So this will helpful, I think so.
I argue with my mother, ma'am, like in personal life. My mother, after completing BTech, go engineering side. Why are you taking UPSC? That's something.
Okay, so conflict will there. So at that time, at least try to compromise at that time, and later on you can try to explain the reason why you are giving the value to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next one more example here is value of abortion. So if you see here, especially Catholics. So Catholics says that abortion is wrong. So killing the fetus inside the womb is wrong. But in India, yes, we have Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act of 1971. It says that till 24 weeks we can go for aborting the child. Yes or no? And what happens especially in Ireland? In Ireland, So this abortion is illegal. So even though if mother is going to die if she delivers the baby, means that in that critical situation also they will not going for abortion. So what happened here is, one Indian lady, she moved to Ireland. Unfortunately, she became pregnant there. But according to Indian laws, yes, we can go for abortion. Yes or no? Yes, according to Indian laws, yes, we can go for abortion. Because her life was in danger at that time. So because of that, she went for abortion. But according to Ireland laws and regulations, abortion is illegal. She finally went for abortion, and that is current in India. But Ireland started blaming acts and regulations, rules of India. Okay. So here, even though these values are accepted principles, so they are varying from one person to another person, one country to another country, one group of society to another group of society. So because of that, we need to understand, and please make a note here, values are not universal. So these values are not universal. They may vary from individual to individual, group of society to another group, country to country. So please make a note of this point. It is very important. Clear everyone? Note this point.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, and now let us see the classification of values. So here you can draw the flow chart. So here you have to write values, spiritual values, moral values, like that you have to make this flow chart. Okay, all these are the values. There are many. So first one is spiritual values. Spiritual values. So who is a more spiritual person? Anyone? Like offering prayers, pujas, who will do fastings on the festivals. How many of you? Okay, very good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, right? So from this spiritual also, we will be going to get some values like charity. So if you are going to temple, so you will be offering some charity in the hundis, right? For the development of temples.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we will be getting values like benevolence, charity, dignity and hope. So you will be going to the temples for hope, right? And next one is humility, kindness, loving, peace, perseverance, pity. So how many of you will offer some alms for the people who are present outside the temple, who are beggars? So many of you, right? So it comes under pity.
Yes, ma'am.
And sacredness, sincerity, steadfastness. Sincerity means nothing but if you think that you are going to fast today, so you will be not having any food, even water on the Shivratri, right? So that is sincerity, and we are trying to maintain some discipline. Okay, truthfulness, unity and wisdom. So all these are the spiritual values that we are going to get. And this one is moral values. So in our school, okay, especially in nursery to second class, so we will be having moral studies. Yes or no? So in my school we used to have this moral studies. So they will say that telling lies is wrong. So you have to always tell the truth. Do not destroy the property, either school property, public property, private property, and you should not steal anything from your friends. And even one thing that I still remember here is, so if there is any pencil, if I lost, means I used to check all the students' bags in the class. So at that time teacher used to say like, you should not steal anything, it is wrong. Like that she used to explain what happens if you steal the things. And she used to explain about Garuda Purana at that time, especially Telugu teacher. And next one is, you have to have courage, keep your promises. If you are doing promise, you should keep your promise, and you should not cheat.
Plans.
Yeah, save plans. What are the plans? Switch off the lights whenever it is not in use. So turn off the taps whenever the water is not using. And they used to say like save electricity, save the future. Okay, so treat others as you want to be treated. Okay, so all these are the moral values that we will be studying in our childhood. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I am saying about values, that is not about ethics, Deepika. Okay, so I will be continuing the ethics. Okay, don't worry. So there you will be understanding the difference between values and ethics. And as many social values. So how many of you remember the preamble? How many of you remember the preamble? Everyone, right? So in that preamble we will be having, yes, tell me. Yes, so those are the social values. Yeah, that thing that you can add here. For example, in our society, so we need to ensure justice, equality, freedom, respect, dignity of life, responsibility. And intellectual values, like we have to focus on critical thinking, rational thinking, curiosity, so resources, open-mindedness, wisdom, focus. So all these things are intellectual values that every person needs. And as well as economic values, like how can we spend money efficiently, so how can we save the resources, so how can we improve the fastness, and how can we use the things like for ease of use. Now we are using like Google Pay and QR codes for the faster payment system, right? So all these things that will comes under the economic values. And political values, like for example, what are the role which is played by the government to control inflation. So at that time government will be having this fiscal policy, and how government is maintaining the freedom of individuals. So how, if there is any freedom of people is curtailed, so what is the law which is present, and what is the procedure we need to follow, and what about this free market, private property rights, taxation, defense. All these comes under political values that need to be ensured by the party in the power. Okay, and next one is you have to see what are the conflicts between the personal values and social values. Okay, so this is very, very important. So you have to understand the personal values versus social values. So what is the meaning of personal value? Can anyone tell me? Mani, tell me. Mani Pradeep, please tell me what is the meaning of personal value. Yes, please do unmute and tell me what is the meaning of personal values. Yeah, so tell me for which things you are going to give you the value in your life. So what do you want?
Personal value, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Personal value is very important, ma'am, because self-being is very important than society. We must think about ourselves, then only society.
Okay, Shruti, my question is, you are going to be a future bureaucrat. You have to think about society also. You should not be selfish. Yes or no?
Then, okay, but I give preference to myself now, ma'am.
Okay, you are saying about now.
We need
Okay.
to correct ourselves, ma'am.
Yeah.
Afterwards, we need to correct this society. First, we need to correct ourselves, our surroundings.
Okay, tell me your idea, Usha.
Ma'am, I also agree with the Shruti word, ma'am. Personally, we correct ourselves, later we correct the society, ma'am. We are not in the correct stage. How can we correct the society, ma'am? That's why.
Okay, what about Sangeeta? Yes. Yes, tell me, Sangeeta.
Yes, ma'am, I will also agree that one, ma'am.
Okay, Lakshman and Priya. Yes, you have to talk. There is no choice. If you are not expressing here, how can you express your views in interview panel? Yes, tell me, Lakshman. Saujanya, tell me. You raised your voice. Saujanya. Srivani. Yes, tell me at least for which you are going to give you the value in your life. So what do you want to get in your life? So comfortable lifestyle, like that. So what do you want to get? Anyone? So I will ask them.
Honesty.
Yeah, honesty.
Self-defense.
Yeah, Vaishnavi, tell me Vaishnavi. So what do you want to get in your life? So how your life should be? Vaishnavi, Vanilla, Vishnu, Devi.
Integrity, honesty, self-respect, all of the personal values.
Okay. Okay. So here it is very important for every individual to have their personal values. Okay, some examples here is self-respect, and everyone will want like comfortable life. No one want to have a disturbed life, right? So everyone want to have a comfortable life. And freedom. So freedom regarding, so whatever they want to eat, whatever they want to wear, so whatever, wherever they want to go, so everything they have to go. So these are some personal values. And social values are nothing but they are important for other people's well-being. Okay, so for individual level we have personal values. For the people, okay, for the other people well-being, so we have the social values. For example, we have to ensure equality. So we have to ensure social justice and national security, world peace, etc. So those all will come under social values. So please make a note of this personal values examples and social values examples fast. Yes, very good, Mohan Krishnan. Yes, personal values and social values, they can go hand in hand, but we have to give the preference first to this personal values, so that after once we get our own values, then we can have the social values. So please make a note.
If we are stable in our life, we go further for support society.
Okay, so even our values will not accepted by the society also sometimes, because from the individual level, from society level, they will be changing. Done everyone? Are you getting bored? So please let me know in the meanwhile. Everyone?
Very interesting.
Okay. So if you are interesting and if you are learning points, then I will be the most happiest person. Yes ma'am means what do you mean money? You are getting bored? Are you getting bored? Done with this personal values versus social values, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good example, Jayachandran. Jayachandran says that, ma'am, getting UPSC service for our personal thing is personal value, and getting service for serving the people is social value. Very good. Okay, done? And let us see the lessons from the living lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers and administrators. So first one is Gandhiji. So from life of Gandhi. So before that, how many of you read this biography of Gandhi? Anyone? Anyone studied biography of Gandhiji in your free time? So please don't say. Yeah.
Revolution in India, he started revolution in
South Africa.
by black people.
Yes, apartheid movement. Next. Full biography, biography. Anyone? No one? At least in your free time. Have you ever heard about this?
He born in Gujarat and for higher education went for foreign. He observed examination in that. He participated in the system, ma'am. Afterwards, he come to India and established
Okay.
Sabarmati Ashramam.
Okay. So here one request from my side here is, so whenever you are getting time, even try to listen the biography of Mahatma Gandhi, because you can't expect UPSC question paper without Gandhi. So even in GS1 or GS4 you can get question regarding Gandhi. Okay. So you have to even mug up the quotes given by Mahatma Gandhi. That will be very helpful. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi is one of the favorite area of UPSC. That's what. So here from this life of Mahatma Gandhi we can get some values, like, so for which he gave the value. So he focused on simplicity. He never wear the suits. So just he wore the khadi dhoti, white dhoti. And next one is he focused on minimalism. So he want very little thing. So he don't want the thing, bulky thing. Like, so even after we got independence, Gandhi took none of the post, right? So if he want, he can become the prime minister. He used to become the prime minister, but he want minimalism. And next one is he focused on satyagraha, sarvodaya. That means the benefit of all. No one should be left. And now we are focusing on inclusive economy based on the sarvodaya. And he focused on secularism, ahimsa, non-violence, truth, forgiveness, self-sufficiency, dignity of labor. So all these values that we can get from the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? And next one is from Jawaharlal Nehru also we can get some values, like he gave the value for democracy. And he focused on building of institutions and consensus building. So at that time we got independence after 1947. So there were major challenges that were present before this young democratic country. So to fight against them, yes, the Nehru played a very important role. And he focused on even socialism. At that time our economy was socialistic based economy. And even till now we can say this Congress party as a socialist party. So which is favoring the people. So people pro party. And self-determination, internationalism. So those are some examples of values that we can get from the life of the Jawaharlal Nehru. And can you tell me the books wrote by this Jawaharlal Nehru? Any idea? Books wrote by Jawaharlal Nehru when he was in prison.
Discovery of India.
Yes, very good. Next, another book. Any book? Okay, after the class you have to know which are the books written by Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, like that. So please make a list. That will be very useful. And not only the names of book, so what is the content in that book? Because in ethics, while you are writing answers and case studies, that will be very useful. So Gandhi gave this statement in this so and so book. So this is the essence of this book. Are you getting the points, like how to prepare ethics or not? Everyone? Yes, right? And this one is Nelson Mandela. So he gave value for service, dignity. So he was the person who fought for apartheid, right? Self-belief, equality of human race, freedom, fairness, justice. So all these things are focused by this Nelson Mandela. And next one is Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln, he gave value for humanism, equality of the human race, integrity, idealism, honesty, freedom, etc. So all these things, yes, we can learn from this Abraham Lincoln. So this is directly present in your syllabus. Because of that I am showing this. Okay, lessons from the lives of great leaders, reformers and administrators in the first chapter. Yes or no? And this one is Martin Luther King. So Martin Luther King, he gave value for self-belief, equality of human race. And this one is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He gave value for social equality and he fought for sati, against sati and child marriages. and he focused on especially women empowerment, scientific thinking, and very important one is Swami Vivekananda. He focused on self-belief, equality, patriotism, compassion. And B.R. Ambedkar is also very important because nowadays there is caste discrimination is seen in our society, right? So whenever you are writing answers of caste discrimination, you have to focus on this B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, so he focused on equality. Yeah, tell me, Dilkash.
Untouchability, man.
Yes, untouchability, Mawar movement. So those will be very helpful whenever you are writing about caste discrimination in the society. That type of case studies that you can expect. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and you can also write about Mother Teresa, about charity. So whenever you are writing answer regarding charity, you have to quote Mother Teresa. And even kindness, helpfulness, cleanliness, compassion, empathy. Okay.
Social worker.
Yes, she is social worker. Actually, she worked a lot, okay, for the society. And next one is M.S. Swaminathan. He recently died. So his contribution was a lot for the green revolution in our country, and he also focused on poverty alleviation, and he focused on farmer welfare. And even you can write about this Sham Pitroda, okay, about self-belief, dreaming big, entrepreneurship, policy making, innovation. So from all these things, yes, you have to write. Okay, so done. So I gave about the keywords regarding lessons from lives and teachings of great leaders, reformers and administrators. So please make a note of this, and whenever you are writing, for example, if you are writing answer regarding compassion, you can write about Swami Vivekananda and you can write about Mother Teresa and B.R. Ambedkar. If you are talking about social equality, you can quote about Raja Ram Mohan Roy. And if you are talking about equality, you can write about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, B.R. Ambedkar and Martin Luther King. And if you are talking about non-violence, you can give example of Mahatma Gandhi. Understood the points or not? So from this way you can get questions, and in this way you have to write examples. So everyone, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts, anyone so far? Any doubts? No doubts, right? So from where we can get values? Please make a note. So we can get values from family. For example, I think if I say this, it may be controversy, but I have to say this to understand the concept. For example, if any family which is favoring intercaste marriages, then I will give value to the intercaste marriage. Yes or no? So if any family which is strictly prohibiting or it is not accepting this intercaste marriage, and I will be not giving the value for the intercaste marriage. So my value, it may be different from you regarding this marriage if I am coming from a orthodox family. Yes or no? So in this way I am developing the value regarding the marriage. So regarding the region, regarding the religion based values and caste based. So even I saw that in some areas, untouchables like even Dalits, they will be not allowed. Children of Dalits are not allowed into homes, and even children, they will be not allowed to play in the playgrounds with these Dalits also. So if the family, mother and father, they have negative thing regarding this caste, means automatically children will be also developing the same value. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
But I am not from that kind. Actually, my mother used to have friends of Dalits only. So I used to have the friends of Dalits even today. Okay, like that. So how you're giving the values, like your parents, your family gives the values. So this same impact will be seen on the children also. So especially Reddys from Andhra Pradesh, they will be having like a feeling of dominant caste.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
In
right?
Andhra Pradesh, more dominant class are Reddys
Yes,
than
Reddys.
Vaishya.
So they will be having lot of attitude that they will be showing that we are Reddys. How many of you are there here? I don't know. So how many of you are Reddy caste community people? Okay. So in this way you can write examples of this dominant caste. Actually I am not criticizing the people here, but this dominant caste is one chapter in your anthropology also. And next one is education institutions. So in the education institutions, we are getting some values like equality. So why we are having uniform in the schools and colleges? So why we are having uniforms? Any idea, anyone?
For the equality, ma'am.
Yes.
Equality
yes.
of the students.
Yes, very good. So for promoting of equality, we have uniform system. Okay. So here we are getting values like uniformity, unity in diversity from the education or from the education institutions. So they will be teaching us about constitution and values which are present in our constitution. And this one is society. So from the societies also we are going to get the societal values and religion. So if you are going for any religious occasions, for example recently Chhat Puja is going on. So if you are going for a holy dip, yes, you will be meeting a lot of people there and you can get the values, right? For example, our mother or grandmother, they are talking with another people. If they are saying something new, they will coming and they will saying to us, so that I met that person so and so, who is wearing that red color saree, wearing big bindi, and she is looking like a goddess, and she said that do these things, and we are going to follow that, right? So this type of things that will happen in these religious institutions. So in this way here, because of this religious conglomerations or religious meetings, so there will be spreading of values will be happening. So from here also we will be incorporating some values. And next one is from constitution. So constitution is very, very important for civil servant, and we have to follow values which are present in our constitution only. So constitution is the highest and we have to follow the constitution. So if you are not following the constitution, and what are the act that you are doing, that will be unethical. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. And next one is universal. So universal values, they are promoting the humanity and equality in the society. So these are the places from where we are developing our values. Okay. So Vishnu says, if you feel like that, it's time to change mindset. So this mindset topic is related to attitude. That is the second chapter. We are going to discuss many examples there. Okay, Vishnu. So how we have to change the attitude of the people. Okay, that's all. Clear this topic, everyone?
Clear, ma'am.
Any doubts, anyone regarding the values?
No, ma'am.
No doubts. So shall we start the next topic of morals?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, are you getting bored?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, everyone, any doubts so far? Vanilla, Saran, Vijay, Raju, Chandana, Vaishnavi, Usha, Shivlanka. Kaushik, any doubt, Kaushik?
No, ma'am.
Is that everything clear? Are you getting the points?
Yes.
Patil, Prajakta, Srivani, Abhinaya, Preeti, Jai, Deepika, Saujanya, Kiruba, Kritika, Tiru, Ravi, Arun, Am Queen, Dilkush, Sheikh. Is everything clear or not? So if you confirm, I will be moving towards next topic.
Yeah, ma'am. Everything is clear.
Okay, Arun asked one doubt like, ma'am, I have one doubt. In school, students all are wearing uniform, and same time our army and police also wearing uniform. That what is behind that? So in school, actually to remove inequality. So the children from high class, low class and below low class, they will be also going to the same school, right? So if they are going to the same school, here the rich people, they will be wearing the good clothes, but that is not much affordable for this people who are BPL families, who are belonging to this BPL. So that to ensure the equality, we have uniforms. But in the army and police, we have those are called as uniform jobs. So for that uniform we are going to give the respect. Okay, clear, Arun?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So next topic it is about morals. So please keep heading, that is morals. So 1 minute I will be sharing the screen. So heading, can you see the screen everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So keep heading, that is morals. Yes, what is the meaning of moral? Tell me everyone. Yes, what is the meaning of moral? Vijay, tell me Vijay. Yeah, tell me Ravi.
Which we learn from our past experiences.
Yeah, please be loud. I can't hear you.
Which we learn from our past experience, ma'am.
Not exactly. So can anyone try? What is the meaning of? Tell me I am queen.
Same thought, ma'am.
Same thought.
These are principle of right and wrong behavior.
Who is saying the answer? So please let me know. I can't see here.
And queen.
Okay, tell me queen. Yes, continue please. You are somewhat coming closer. Tell me. Yes, tell me. Come on.
Yeah, ma'am. Concerned with
Summarization of empathic.
wrong behavior.
Not exactly Vijay. It is not summarization. So morals are relating to the issues of right and wrong. So based on this, how individuals to behave, that is the meaning of moral. Okay. So morals are relating to the issues of right or wrong and how to behave according to that. So please keep heading morals and write this definition. So moral is related to issue of right or wrong and how individuals should behave. Yes, please make a note. Okay, done with the definition everyone? Yes or no? Yes, right. Moral is relating to the issues of right or wrong and to how individuals should behave. For example, I feel that if I do this thing, it is good for me. If I do this thing, it is bad for me. So based on that, I will be deciding which thing should be done. Okay. So in this way, I can say these morals, they are the guiding stars. So they are guiding stars and they will determine individuals' conduct under given circumstances. So they are individuals guiding stars. So I will give you one example so that you can understand what is this moral. Okay. So exam here is tri-chairman. Okay. So tri-chairman case, actually, for example, consider that I am this tri-chairman. Actually, I am not the tri-chairman. So just for this case, so let us imagine that I am tri-chairman. So my son, he got job in Airtel. For example, my son got job in Airtel, that too with his merit. So with his merit, he got the job in Airtel. So if I allow my son to join the job, then that will be morally correct to me, because so I am not using any of my influence. I am not recommending my son to the Airtel, but with his merit only he got the job, so that I allowed my son to join the job, and this is morally correct to me. But here if you see code of conduct, if you see this code of conduct, there should not be any suspicion should be created in the minds of people that you used your influence. So if you are using influence, if the people around you, they found that you used your influence, and because of your influence your son got the job in this Airtel. So if that suspicion which is created in the minds of the people, then what are the things that you are doing is morally incorrect. Okay? Understood or not? So you are trying to behave according to the good and bad here. So now based on this we will be understanding what is the meaning of ethics. Okay, are you ready? So you have to write this thing. So if you are doing any action, so write this flow chart. So if you are doing any action, that should be always morally correct as per you. As per you, that should be always morally correct. And what are the action that you are taking, that action will be evaluated by others. So other people means nothing but society. Society will be evaluating your action by keeping their own values and morals. So society will be seeing the action that you did by their own values and morals. So this part is application, right? So application of morals and values of the people, and they will see whether the action is correct or not, and this is called as ethics. So ethics is nothing but, so your action will be evaluated by the society by incorporating their own values and morals, and they will be saying like what the action you did is correct or not. That is called as ethics. So now you got a difference between ethics, right? Ethics, morals and values. Any confusion?
Ma'am, explain what you do.
Okay. If you are doing any action, okay, so if you are doing any action, that action should be always morally correct. So you have to see what are the benefits and what are the negatives, and should not create any suspicion in the minds of the people that you are using your influence. That action is morally correct. And whatever action you are doing, that is evaluated by the other people. That means nothing but society. And the society will be applying their own values and morals on your action, and they will be deciding whether your action is correct or not. This is called as ethics.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. So your action will be evaluated by other people by incorporating their own values and morals. Okay. Whether the action is correct or not. That is called as ethics. Everyone clear or not? Yeah, any confusion that I created? No confusion, right?
No confusion, ma'am.
So,
Everything is all right.
yes, you understood like what are the values now, what are the morals, and what is ethics. Yes or no? And one more thing here is, if you are creating any suspicion in general public, if you are creating any suspicion in general public, then that action will be unethical. So now you got the point, like what is ethical and what is unethical, right? So if you are creating any suspicion in the minds of people that you are using your influence, that action is unethical. So you should not create any suspicion among the general public. Okay, so because of this, the paper now we are discussing is ethics, integrity and aptitude. We are not discussing about morals, integrity and aptitude. So we are also including the values and morals of people here, and we are evaluating your action. So this paper is ethics, integrity and aptitude, but not morals, integrity and aptitude. So now you got the point, right? So whatever thing I want to explain from last 1 hour, so that is the point here is, so we are also including the values, morals of the society, and we are evaluating the action, and we are going to think like whether the action is ethical or unethical. Okay? Yes or no? So because of this, morals are at individual levels, but ethics is societal level. Okay, you got the point? So values and morals, they are individual levels, but ethics is societal level. And it is based on your conscience, and is based on your personal and spiritual level. Okay, clear? And morality is not like the social norms or family norms or cultural norms or any law or any religious commandments. It is based on your personal interest. Is that clear, everyone? Any doubt? So why many people are leaving the session? So I think session is not interesting. Is session is not interesting or not? Interesting or not?
Good, ma'am. It's interesting, ma'am.
Values and morals are individual level and ethics are group
So
level, ma'am.
yeah, societal level.
Societal level.
Yeah. Okay. And one more confusion I want to create in you again. Okay, so before that I will complete this morals. Okay, moral versus non-moral standards. So if you are wearing shorts to a formal dinner party is not moral conduct. Okay, so you have to wear the good dress. And coming to informal dress to office is also non-moral. So even in colleges also you have to wear formal. You will be not allowed to come in jeans. Especially on some lab days you have to wear apron like that. So those are the some standards that we have to follow. And even when you are in meeting, you should not attend the calls. And if you are entering into the operation theatre, so you have to follow some rules and regulations. So those are the some moral things that you have to follow. And one more thing here is amoral versus immoral. Amoral means nothing but an act that has nothing to do with morality. For example, if you are walking behind a person, but if you are not causing any harm to him, okay, so you can relate this with one naughty boy. For example, let us think like, so one old man is passing, okay, behind that there is a small boy who is also passing, but he is not causing any disturbance to that person. That is nothing but amoral. But if that same small boy who is pinching the old man, or whenever he is throwing the stones on that old man, or whenever he is grabbing his stick, so these things are immoral. Okay, I hope you understand, right, what is amoral and what is immoral. Clear about this morals? Is that clear, everyone? Jai, Vishnu, Thiru, clear? You want previous slide? 1 minute, I will share the screen. Is that? Jai Chandran, everything clear? Kavya, Arun, Sangeeta, Vanilla, Abhinaya, Kaushik, Shamla, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Usha, Vaishnavi, Saumya, Vishnu, Meena, Sheikh,
Yes,
ma'am.
Satish. So if you have any doubts, so please ask me. I will be clearing your doubts. So you should not leave the class with doubts. Okay. So this is about morals. So what is the time now?
7:40.
7:45.
Okay. We can complete another small topic. Don't worry. Yeah. So please keep the heading ethics. Keep heading ethics. I will share the screen. So you understood the concept of ethics, right? So ethics is a study of moral standards and how they affect the conduct. So keep heading ethics and write this one. Ethics is a study of moral standards and how they affect the conduct. Conduct means nothing but whether your action is right or wrong. So whenever you are taking any action, so that action will be evaluated by the society by including their own values and morals, and they will be analyzing whether your conduct is right or wrong. So code of conduct is nothing but any action is correct when correct to general public and for higher officials. If any action is correct, so when correct to general public and for higher officials, so what are the actions that you are taking correct, that is called as code of conduct. So please make a note of this ethics, meaning of ethics. Done? So please make note of this. So because of this, ethics means or ethical means conforming to accepted standards, consistent with agreed principles of correct moral conduct. So if any action to be called as ethical means, so it should conform with the accepted standards, agreed principles of society, and the action should be even correct to the general public and higher officials. Clear? Any doubt, anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want, I can give you a small image or flow chart. You can write this. So here you can write individual. So we have individual here and we have society. So can you see the screen? So can you see what I am writing on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is society and this is individual. So this person is doing an act or an action. So this will be evaluated by society. So this action is evaluated by society. Here they will use their moral values, morals and values, and this evaluation is nothing but ethics. So you can draw this also so that you can represent in layman terms. Individual act evaluated by society, their morals and values, that evaluation is called as ethics. So now it's time to talk about examples. So I will be giving you some examples and I will ask you the examples, okay? So focus on understanding examples now. So done with this chart, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. For example, suddenly if there is any terror attack, okay, normally which is done by Pakistan, yes or no? So if there is any terror attack, if Prime Minister talk with Pakistan, some people they may accept. So because of this attack, yes, Prime Minister, he didn't talk about Pakistan. But some people, they wants to establish peace. So they will not accept the action done by the Prime Minister, right? So the action of people, they are based on the values and their morals. Okay, you understand this or not?
Yes, no.
Yes, right? So if there is any attack, terror attack which is done by Pakistan, so if suddenly Prime Minister stops talks with Pakistan, so you don't want to come up with any talks with Pakistan to come up with a peace, some people will accept, some people will not accept, some people they wants to come up with war, so they will be accepting. But if some people they want to establish peace, they will be not accepting the action of Prime Minister. So here the values and morals of society is involved, and someone says that whatever the action done is correct to some people and it is not correct to some people. So this is ethics. And one more example I can give here is, if there is a person A, he is smoking, and there is one more person who is individual who is just standing. For example, there are 3 or 4 persons. So this person is A, this person is B, and this person is D. So there was a possession of God which is going on that route. For example, you take like Ganesh Chaturthi or Durga Mata, like that some possession which is going on in that route. So A, when he saw the God, he started praying them. He started praying them and there itself. So he started praying them and there itself. So even though he is smoking. So here the fellow person, B, saw this event and he said that, oh, even though he is smoking, he started praying to the God. So he is giving value to the God. And one more person, D, says that, so what the nonsense. So even though the potion is going on, so he is smoking. So here he is thinking about only smoking, right? So one person value is different from another person value here. So this person, he is evaluating this person. So what are the action he done is right. So this person is saying that it is wrong. Understood? Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Understood, right? So for example, let us take an IPS officer in AP. So let us take a scenario that there is increased acid attacks on girls. So in AP what happened, there is increased acid attacks and now here this IPS officer need to take some action. Okay. Now this IPS officer, he need to take some action. So one guy, he warned girl that I am going to throw acid on your face. Okay. So this IPS officer enter into field and he shooted that person. And he shooted that person. So what happened? So this news became viral in social media, in WhatsApp, in Facebook, in everything. Then what happened now? Entire society. Now entire society, civil society, everyone, they started praising this person, IPS officer who shot down the person who want acid attack on a girl. So this society who is praising this IPS officer, they will think that whatever the action did by this IPS officer is ethically right. So for these people, this action is ethically right. But for government, so he is taking law and order into hand. So we have the judiciary. So judiciary can take the action, right? So here he took the law and order into his hand. So government what did? So transferred this person to another department. Government transferred this person to another department. So for the government, the action done by this IPS officer is ethically wrong. For people, it is ethically correct. So I hope you understood, right? The things.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Yes, right?
Yes,
ma'am.
So whatever the action that you are doing as a civil servant, so you are going to be the future bureaucrats, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have confidence or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right? So you are going to be the future bureaucrats. So as a civil servant, so whatever the action that you are doing, that should be ethically correct. So what are the action that should be ethically correct? That should be based on our constitution. So first one is constitution is the most important of all. So the action should be according to the constitution and according to the obligations that are kept by the government. Should not violate the obligations of the government. Okay, that is about the ethical actions that you have to take in the future. And whenever you are writing the case study, so what are the action that you are going to take? That action should be according to the constitution. You should not violate the constitution. Okay, clear everyone? So this is about ethics. Yes, this is about ethics. So what we did in this class?
Syllabus, understanding the syllabus.
Yes, we understood the syllabus first of all, and I said you the important topics that you have to focus the most and how to approach ethics. And we started first chapter and we discussed values, morals and ethics.
Ethics.
So we did half of the chapter in this class. Okay, any doubts anyone in this class? Do you have any doubts?
No doubts.
No.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vijay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so one more thing is, whoever want to join the course, so please contact me. So in this way, every day the class will be conducted from Monday to Saturday, and the special focus is there on examples, and nowhere you will be getting this type of course. So we are taking the classes on Zoom so that you can raise voice and you can ask the doubt. But in other platforms, so there you have to just type your doubt. Sometimes you may not get the chance to address the doubts. So it is not like that. So I will be addressing each and every doubt, and I will be explaining each and every minute topic in a simplest language, and I will be giving you as many examples as possible. So how did you feel after listening to this class? So whether this ethics is easy or not? Yes, tell me, how did you feel? So have you understood the concepts or not?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Yeah, can you relate the current affairs examples or not?
The ethics thinking is more important.
Yes, thinking is very important, and whenever you are writing answers, so you have to think a lot, and you have to include GS also. So that I will be dealing with, because I will be also dealing with current affairs, right? So wherever current affairs example is there, I can link with that. Okay. So students who want to join, please contact me on the WhatsApp number, or you can directly call to me. Okay. Any doubts, anyone? Yeah, thank you so much everyone for the birthday wishes. Okay, so whether you feel this session is useful or not?
Very useful.
Yeah, okay.
Very useful, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if you want to join, so please contact me, don't forget. And today, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, for 3 days we have free live class, and I will be uploading this class in YouTube also. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you want to join, so please contact me on WhatsApp, or you can directly call me. So do you know the number, right? So I will be sharing the number also. 8074765513. Okay.
Once again, ma'am.
8074765513. Eight 8074765513. Okay, so please save the number, and thank you so much for attending this session. Yeah, okay then.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, bye and good night. And the students who already joined the session, we are going to give you the Telegram channel link after 2 days. So after the free class is done, you will be getting the Telegram channel link, and I will be sharing the notes, questions there itself. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, and bye bye. Good night.